The rain fell hard that night, drumming against the black canopy of the forest. Mud sucked at boots, and the air reeked of cordite and sweat. Somewhere in that chaos, a SEAL team lay trapped, cut off, low on ammo, and surrounded by enemy scouts who knew the terrain far too well. Commander Jake Reynolds pressed his back against a tree, whispering into his radio. "Bravo 1, report." Static. Then a faint voice crackled back. "2 men down. We're pinned near the creek. No visual on hostiles," Jake exhaled, scanning the tree line. Every branch looked like a rifle barrel in the dark. The map showed no safe route out. The extraction point was 5 kilometers north. Open ground, no cover. They wouldn't make it without help. "Sir," whispered Petty Officer Harris, clutching his rifle. "We're outnumbered." "It's over." Jake turned, eyes narrowing through the dim green glow of his NVGs. "Not yet." He tapped his comms again, switching frequencies. "Command, this is Alpha. We need overwatch." "Anyone available?" For a moment, only the rain answered. Then a calm, feminine voice came through the static. "Copy that, Commander." "Call sign Valkyrie. I'm your overwatch." The men exchanged looks. A woman's voice? Out here? Jake didn't care. He keyed the mic again. "Valkyrie, coordinates inbound. We're boxed in, multiple contacts in the east and south." "Understood," she replied. "Keep your heads low. I've got eyes." Far above the forest, prone on a ridgeline soaked in rain, Sergeant Ava Collins adjusted her scope. Her ghillie suit was caked with mud, her cheek pressed against the stock of her suppressed sniper rifle. Through her scope, the world looked calm, a deceptive calm. She counted 6 hostiles flanking the SEAL perimeter. Too close, she exhaled slowly. 1 shot. Crack. The first man dropped before his rifle touched the ground. The second turned in confusion. Crack. He fell backward into the mud. Jake's earpiece came alive again. 2 down. 4 moving north. They don't know where I am. Move your wounded. Jake motioned with his hand. The team began dragging the injured toward a fallen log. "Copy that, Valkyrie. Keep doing what you're doing." Ava's gloved finger hovered on the trigger again. Her breathing was steady, her heartbeat slow. She'd been through this before. Afghanistan, Syria, places that didn't exist on maps. But something about this forest felt heavier, denser, like it wanted to swallow them all. Hours passed like minutes. The rain eased, replaced by the low hum of insects and the distant whir of helicopter blades. The team was almost at the extraction point, but the forest wasn't done yet. From the north came gunfire, short, sharp bursts. "A trap! Ambush!" Harris shouted, diving for cover. Bullets tore through the leaves. Jake returned fire, shouting into the comm. "Valkyrie, they're on us!" "North Ridge." "Already see them," she interrupted, voice cool as steel. She shifted her rifle, tracking movement between trees. The muzzle flashes flickered like fireflies. She picked her shots with surgical precision. Crack, crack, crack. Each bullet found its mark. 3 men fell in quick succession, their comrades scattering into the fog. But then, click! Her rifle jammed. Ava cursed under her breath, ejecting the bolt. Mud had clogged the chamber. Below, she could see the SEALs pinned down again. "No time!" She grabbed her sidearm, breathing hard. Through her earpiece, "Valkyrie status?" She didn't answer. She was already on the move. Jake's heart pounded as the gunfire grew closer. He saw movement, someone sprinting through the fog. A figure in torn combat gear, blood streaked down one side of her face, rifle slung across her back. "Who the hell?" Harris began. The figure dropped beside them, taking cover behind a tree. It was her. The voice from the radio. "Ava Collins. The mysterious Valkyrie? Guess I'm not just a voice anymore," she said, slamming a fresh magazine into her sidearm. Jake stared at her. "You came down here alone?" She gave a faint smile. "You said you needed overwatch." "Didn't say from where." Bullets whizzed overhead. She leaned out, firing controlled bursts. 3 hostiles went down before they even realized she was there. The rest began to retreat, but one lobbed a grenade toward their position. Jake shouted, "Down!" Ava lunged, tackling Harris behind a log as the grenade exploded nearby. The shockwave threw dirt and leaves into the air. For a second, there was only ringing silence. When Jake opened his eyes, Ava was already crawling toward her sniper rifle. Her helmet was gone, blood trickling down her temple, but her grip was steady. "You're bleeding," Jake said. "I've had worse," she replied, setting up her rifle again. "Cover me!" Through her scope, she saw the final group retreating through the mist. Their leader barked orders, unaware that death was watching from above. Ava steadied her breathing. The rain had started again, soft, rhythmic. "One shot," she whispered. The rifle roared. The bullet sliced through fog and rain, hitting its mark dead center. The leader fell. Silence. Only the rain remained. "Area clear," she said quietly. Jake stood slowly, lowering his weapon. Around him, the team stared, part disbelief, part awe. The woman who had saved them wasn't even part of their unit, yet she had fought like one of their own. "Valkyrie," Jake said, walking over. "You just saved 6 lives," she shrugged lightly, wiping the blood from her cheek. "Just doing my job, Commander." He looked at her for a moment. "What's your story, Sergeant?" She smiled faintly. "Maybe someday. For now, let's get your men home." They moved through the forest together, the fog thinning as dawn crept over the horizon. Helicopters thundered overhead, ready for extraction. As the SEALs boarded, Jake turned back. Ava stood at the tree line, her rifle slung over her shoulder, the rising sun painting the sky behind her in gold and red. "You coming with us?" he asked. She shook her head. "Not this time. My mission's not over." Then she disappeared into the mist. The helicopter lifted off, rotor wash scattering leaves. Jake watched the forest fade beneath them, his mind replaying every second. That calm voice, those precise shots, the courage that had turned despair into survival. He keyed his mic one last time. "Valkyrie, if you can still hear me, thank you, static." Then her voice came faintly through the noise. "It's never over, Commander. Not for people like us." The radio went silent. The forest swallowed her name again. But for Jake Reynolds and his men, the story of the sniper who saved them in the dark would never fade. And somewhere, on another ridgeline in another war, a lone rifle waited in the rain, its owner ready for the next call.